Today, I would like to present a short video on expectations investing. Here, I would be trying to analyze a company called Avenue Supermarts, which is a well known Indian retailer. We will try to do a simple back of the envelope expectations analysis, but we will use a simple Excel tool for this purpose. So here I have taken the basic data. So whatever is in this color is the user input, and this is the one which is calculated. The one in green is calculated based on the formula. So shares outstanding I have taken from the latest shareholding pattern. The last 12 months EPS comes to be around 16. So I have just taken this number, and the current price as of today, the closing price is around 2234. So the current market cap is calculated by multiplying the price and the number of shares outstanding. So this market cap is in crores. So I have just divided by 1 crore. Coming to price to earnings, this is the price divided by the last 12 months EPS. So we can see that currently this company trades at a price to earnings ratio of about 140. So we will try to do a simple back of the envelope expectations analysis. So let's imagine that it's September 2025 now, and we'll assume that the number of shares remain same. There is no change. There is no equity dilution, no new share issue. Yeah, there is very less likely chance that this will be the case. But for the sake of simplicity, let us assume this. So the current market cap. So since we don't know, we will just leave it blank. Uh, we can even put the formula actually later on. Then the last 12 months EPS. Even this is not known. So I'll just put it this way and I'll just remove the value. Then coming to the price, this is an unknown actually. So this is what we will try to estimate based on our inputs to other parameters. So for the other two, the current market capitalization and the price to earnings, let us copy the same formula what is there here, and let us put it in these cells like this. Okay. So just that. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Rather than that, I'll do this. Okay. Then coming to the EPS, this is a user input, and coming to the market value, current market cap, it is a multiplication of shares outstanding and the price. So this I'll mark in the green color. So coming to September 2025, there are a few things which we can estimate. So the only estimation possible is the earnings per share. So earnings per share last 12 months is 16. A couple of quarters has been weak due to the COVID impact. So let us assume that okay, in the next 5 years, this EPS will more than double. Around 32 would be the double of this EPS. So let us keep it as something like 35, which is not a easy thing to do. 100% growth in 5 years may not be that straightforward, but let us assume that this company manages to have an EPS of 35, TTM EPS of 35 by September 2025. So now we'll have to make a fair estimation of the price to earnings. So 140 is the price to earnings ratio today. So based on the future growth potential. But can it be possible that the price to earnings ratio is 140 during September 2025? So most likely not, but it can't be like something like 20 either. So this company has been doing very well, and it's a debt-free company, and it owns a lot of real estate, and I don't have to tell about the positives of this company. So this will never be very cheap. It will never trade at a PE of say 20 or 30 or even 40 probably. So, in my estimation, this would in all probability, have a price to earnings ratio of around 80. So some companies like Hatsun or Astral Poly, if you take, they have been trading at a superior price to earnings multiple for over many years. So, in my estimation, a price to earnings of 80 would not be too wrong in 2025. So, now coming to the price, current market price is 2234. So assuming a price to earnings of 80, so uh, what would be the price we will expect? So we will do that using an Excel formula. So I'm doing Control Z. Since it is a calculated formula, we would not be inputting the value here. So this is a simple tool called what if analysis. You go to goal seek, So set cell. So this is the cell which we are setting. This cell, this is the price to earnings cell. So this I'll set it to a value of 80. And now by changing which cell, so there is only one variable, one user input here. So which is the price cell. So by changing the cell, this cell. So I'll say okay, and Excel is going to calculate it for me. So it has calculated that okay, if I assume a price to earnings ratio of 80 and a TTM EPS of 35 in September 2025, the price of the stock would be around 2,800. So, which is not great. It's not a great performance. So, over 5 years of time, it would be less than 8% CAGR in my estimation. But let us go further. So, we'll take the same data, we'll give a different price to earnings, and we'll try to estimate the price. So I'll copy the same cell here, same values here. So I'll remove this price. So I'll do the same exercise what I did. So this time I will try to do I'll try to say, I'll try to be a bit more optimistic, and I'll say that okay, the EPS is going to be 40 instead of 35, which is very difficult. And price to earnings, I will try to keep it the same, and we'll see what happens, what Excel throws up. So coming to the goal seek, set this value to 80 by changing the value of this. So Excel calculates it to be around 3200. So now 3200 and 2200, yeah, over 5 years doesn't look too bad. So let us see what is the CAGR. So this is some simple calculation, not necessarily that it is accurate, but it is just for understanding purpose. So it will be -1. So roughly at 3200, the CAGR would be around 7.4%. So if you are happy with this kind of return, and of course 40 looks optimistic to me, and maybe yeah, maybe we can do one more analysis. So I'll copy the same cell here. So maybe I'll make it 35 back to 35. Maybe this time I'll say it will be around something like 95 PE. Yeah, 95 PE sounds good. So go to goal seek, set this value to 95 by changing this cell, the price cell. So Excel has calculated it to be 3325. Okay, so now, so I'll just paste this here. Sorry, yeah, look here. So we'll just check the CAGR of each of these cases. The point 1 by 5 minus 1. So let's put a bracket here. So this is a 4.6 CAGR. We'll just copy the same formula here as well. Just that instead of this cell, I'll just move this to this 3325. So now we have seen three cases. So the first one, assume that the EPS grows from 16 rupees to 35 rupees, and the price to earnings during that time would be 80. So this would give a very bad CAGR of about 4.6% in the stock price. Okay, then coming to the second case where we assume we are a bit more optimistic. So 16 becomes 40 in the next 5 years, but the price to earnings remains 80. So this will give us a, CAGR of about 7.4%. Now, similarly, price to earning of 95 and TTM EPS of 35 translates into an 8.2% CAGR. Again, which is not that great. But yeah, this is not bad either because the FD rates are around 5% post tax, 5-6% post tax. So 8.2 doesn't look too difficult. I mean, too bad. So if and that is the reason I believe DMart is commanding this valuation today, because there is a certain amount of guaranteed returns there. So at least as even a 7.7% return is not seen as bad. And also this is a stock which is a large cap and it doesn't fall much. So that is one reason. But personally, I would not be too comfortable investing in this stock at this price. So to take this one step further, I'll do one more analysis, assuming another rather than 35, I'll assume a 40 EPS. Then I'll just remove this price, and then try to calculate the expected CAGR. So what happens if we assume an price to earnings of 95 at the EPS of 40? So this I'll change it to by set this value. Sorry, this will set the EPS to, sorry, the price to earnings to a value of 95 by changing the price. So this will translate to some amount like maybe 3800. Yeah, that doesn't look bad at all. So I'll copy the same formula and I'll just drag it. So I'll just drag this so we know the approximate CAGR. Okay, so this looks good actually. So 11.2% CAGR over next 5 years with a certain amount of guarantee, it doesn't look bad. So there are, according to my analysis, there is a good chance that DMart can fall in either of these four categories. With the probability of it falling in the first category, the PE of 80 and TTM EPS is low, and the probability that it will fall here is high. So I would say you can expect anywhere between 5 to 11% CAGR if you invest at this price. However, this is not a stock recommendation. So please do your own analysis if at all you plan to invest in the stock. So this video is mainly for educational purpose. So this could be useful when we try to invest in stocks which look optically overvalued. Sorry, not optically, even in terms of price to earnings overvalued. Yeah, and in a stock analysis there are various other types of analysis. So we have not done any of those, like return on capital employed, cash flow. We have not seen anything. This is a simple calculation based on a price to earnings and the EPS projections. Hope you found it helpful. Thank you.